How do you get through this?
No, it's honestly, it's really hard. When people talk about their future and how their future looks, like, I can't do that. I can't tell you like 5 years in the future, because I don't know where my body's going to be 5 years in the future. I don't know, 10 years, 20 years. Like, I can't, it's hard for me to plan even in a year advance, because I don't know. I could break something, sprain. Like, I don't know how I'm going to be in a year. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard to plan long term, which is devastating. I'm only 35, and it's like, I feel like I don't know what my future is. Like, it's crazy. Takes so much energy out of you just to deal with this every day. So the nonstop exhaustion, and isolation of not being able to do things all the time. And seeing other people in my life, they can run 3 errands in a row. Like, it's no big deal. Like, I can do 1 and I have to rest. Like, it's hard sometimes. It's hard feeling like your body has betrayed you so badly and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, there's no cure. Like, this is just it. Yeah. And it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, that future thing's that's a pretty big deal. And what you've lost from this disease. What have you lost? I know, take a like a big list, right? Have you ever felt like you were lying to yourself after a doctor told you something and you walk out like, maybe I am fine? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, you gaslight yourself all the time, because sometimes you're like, am I making this up? Like, is this not as bad as I think it is? Because when you're a supposed professional is telling you, no, look, your x-rays are fine, everything's fine, you're fine. And you're like, well, is this in my head? Is it, like, you second guess yourself constantly, because when you have like an invisible illness, especially with EDS, the hypermobile type, it's a clinical diagnosis, right? So they haven't found the gene mutation yet. So it's just a doctor like went through the steps, and she was a great geneticist, and I know she knows what she's talking about, but still you second guess yourself, because there isn't like a blood test or something you can just definitively say, like, I have this thing.
Yeah.
And because of that, other doctors tend to second guess it too. Yeah. Because they know it's a clinical diagnosis. Yeah. So you do second guess yourself all the time. And it kind of drives you a little bit crazy. So you just, like, I have to like stop myself, because it's not.
Which thing did you not want diagnosed on official?
Autism. I didn't want an official diagnosis for.
Okay, just autism. There wasn't another one?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't have fibro or anything like that.
Yeah. But, what is keeping you from doing, what do you call it? What do you call it? Oh, having it as a diagnosis would make things worse. Is that the case?
The autism?
Yeah. Or just your health.
I've just heard stories. Yeah, I've just heard stories from friends and just in general that if you have an autism diagnosis on your medical records, because of a lot of misconceptions about autism,